everyone, Denise Hahn here for Clear Snap, and today I'm going to show you how to make your own little custom fabric, designer fabrics. And I'm going to use that using Colorbox Crafters ink, which is the perfect thing to use for fabric because you can heat set it to permanence. And the technique I'm going to show you is I call multi-masking. And I've already got started here by masking a little word that I put down, and what better to use than masking tape. And then I started my base with a little bit of Crafters ink and made it really light because you want to start from light to go to dark. Then for my main design, I'm using a flower stamp, and I'm using Crafters ink and stone, and I'm just going to make a couple little stamps here. Okay. And now before I bring in color, I want to mask some of these, so they're all different flowers. And the easiest way to do that is just to take your stamp, put it on some cardstock, and cut it out. And then you've made your own little mask for your flower. And you can make it as tight as you want or loose. And so I'm just going to cover this one. And then I'm going to come in and get some Crafters ink. And what I love about this ink is that you can gauge the color by the amount of pressure that you put on it. So if I just want to go light like this, it's going to get a nice light color. And if I want to go dark, I can just, blend it in a little bit harder. Now, if you'll watch as I go over this flower, I'm just going to go right over the top of it. You'll notice that it doesn't even smear. I don't know what kind of magic they put in this ink, but it's wonderful. It doesn't smear, it just kind of blends. All right, so now that I did that, I'm going to go ahead and grab another mask and put it over the flower that I just covered. And come in with some of this pink. And I'm just using regular stencil brushes here, and again, I'm going to go over that color that I just stamped. We're going to get in, again, using pressure to make the color darker. And now I'm going to put one more mask on because we're layering as we go. And I'm going to come in with some of my stencils, and these are Crafters Workshop stencils. And just pick up some of my red here and just dab it in. It's really easy. Right over the top of the flower, right in the corners. I'm even going to unmask one of my flowers that I've already masked and go in there and do a few dots. Perfect. And then for the grand finale, I have my last layer I'm going to put on. And just hit some of those words, just using a stippling motion. And again, you can start to peel away some of your masks now. Just get a couple more words. There we go. And now where the magic happens, we're going to take off all the masks to see what we end up with. We're going to peel off the little word that I did in the beginning. Create, there it is. And then I'm going to use some of the little Crafters minis to highlight that word a little bit more. And maybe some stems for my flowers. And all I have to do to heat set this is to set an iron on the cotton setting, put it in between some newspaper, press for about 30 seconds, and then you have yourself a beautiful little handmade designer fabric. Thanks for joining me.